back, and just in case you're just joining us, this is still Business Roundup here on Atlantic Television Network, a program where we get to talk about big business and also bring CEOs, captains of industries to come share their ideas and rub minds with us on some of the important things that are going on in the business sphere. And right now, here with me also is Ruhamah, and she is an estate consultant, and we are talking about big business right here and right now. All right, I was asking Ruhamah before we went for that short break. I was asking her in terms of the Lagos State LASRERA. They are in charge of regulating agencies and also real estate sector in the country. So, but then they've come out also with a lot of initiative, a lot of ways to comb this agency. And so I don't know, as a real estate consultant, what do you think about mediators in your sector, like agents, that they mediate between two parties and they stand as a mediator? Because most time when people get defrauded in the real estate sector, it's not because they want to get defrauded, it's because probably they paid their money to the wrong person that did not pay the money actually to the company. So what do you think about this in general, about middlemen and agents in your field?
Okay, so with the introduction of this last that you mentioned by the Lagos State, I think it will be an effective medium of curtailing this aspect of people defrauding others of their hard-earned money under the guise that they will link them up to the properties that they want to invest in, lands and all of those things. Because ideally, someone who claims to be a real estate consultant or a realtor is someone that ideally should be the one that conducts due diligence and also ensure that the properties are free of encumbrances, and also has integrity, in the sense that, just like I mentioned, that is one of the things that anybody who is dealing with us will enjoy, that transparency, knowing that this place is one that is credible, and also that this particular real estate consultant or this particular company are people that have got integrity.
All right. So if I do business with you, right? Okay. Have you ever had a case of a situation whereby somebody invests in your company or with your company and invested through a wrong party, and peradventure you've had, how will you ameliorate or how will you solve such a puzzle?
Okay, so I've not really had any case.
Okay, so if you have one.
Okay, if I have one, a case where someone goes to the wrong person, obviously if you're saying that this person is a wrong person, it means, for starters, this person is not even a part of, let's take for instance my own organization. This person is claiming to be someone that is part of this organization, and then we've already been able to prove that this person does not exist in this particular organization. So I think the best way is to first of all find this person, and then also probably see how you can get your money, because ideally most times we real estate consultants, the money is not being paid into our account per se.
Okay,
it's being paid into the company's account, the company that actually is the the owner of that particular estate or that particular property that you want to invest in. So ideally you're not supposed to pay into a consultant's account. He's the one that's facilitating the process for you to be able to get that connection, to be able to invest in that property, to be able to know that, okay, this particular place that you want to invest in meets your criteria, suits your needs and all of those things, right? So ideally you're not supposed to pay.
So can we now say the consultant is more also a middleman?
Yes, we can safely say that.
All right. Having said that, also I want to also find out from you this issue of fraud in the sector. A lot of fraud have been recorded in the sector, and Lagos State also just gave us a figure of fraud in the real estate sector across board, not just in the buying of the lands and the properties and the building, but then we've seen a case where there's rampant fraud in the sector. But then I want to also find out from you also, if one engages in fraud and fraudulent activity in your sector, is there a way, is there a body, and is that body effective enough to be able to comb or arrest or issue out something to be able to give Nigerians this confidence that whatever we see on the notice board is what it is in reality? Do they have a body? Do you guys have a body apart from the Lagos Lasrera that checkmates the activities of real estate owners, the real estate as a consultant? Is there a known body? Is there a registered body? And what are these bodies doing to ensure that the public have sufficiency of trust in the sector?
Okay, yes, I'm aware of the fact that there are bodies rather that regulate this particular sector. And ideally, as a body, of course, there are provisions that will be made for how best consultants can, deal with their clients and all of those things. So definitely, with all of this in place, there should also be penalties or fines for those that contravene these particular laws that have been set in place. So I'm very certain that these laws exist, and that if people are able to, invoke these laws, they can be able to use this to protect themselves when they've been swindled by a consultant that is registered or a firm that is registered under this body.
All right, this is the best part that Nigerians want to hear in this particular tip for today. How much does one actually need to buy properties? How much does one need as a minimal to get properties in Lagos or in any part of Nigeria that your firm or your organization covers? How much do I need as a minimum to start to get involved in buying real estate?
Okay, so to answer this question,
I like the way you smile when you want, because me too, I'm smiling already because I think I want to buy. We must buy properties today.
Yes,
all right. So let's get that.
So I think this is the interesting part for me, because one, I mentioned earlier that I'm a solution provider, and so this is one of the problems that you've mentioned, where people will be like, first of all, is there land in Lagos? Some people don't believe that there are still lands in Lagos where they can even pay for properties and invest in without the fear of coming to hear later that that place is being occupied by two other people that are fighting for it. You know how it goes now. so one needs to be very careful.
Yeah.
So for lands and for properties, it varies depending on the locations. So the prices that you can get probably in a rural area in Lagos will be different from the prices that you get in a more urban area. Like, do you understand? And maybe locations like mainland, Ibejuleki and the rest. But then ideally, for one who wants to probably invest in lands, for instance, of course there are properties from 600,000 naira upwards that you can be able to get and invest in with good titles, which is also the most important part.
So are you saying that if I have 300,000 I can't get a property?
You can get a property. So actually I was speaking for, now what I was talking about, I was speaking for like a full plot. That's why I said there are different factors involved, from locations to the number of plots you want and all of those things. There's lands for there's lands for everybody, there's houses for everybody, there's investments opportunities for everyone.
And when you're saying there's land for everybody, there's property, there's investment for everybody, we need to know figures. There's land for everybody at the rate of 1 naira. There's land for everybody at the rate of 2 naira. We need to know figures, because we are novice in this industry and we don't really know much about you. And you are the consultant, you are the primus interferer, you're the first among equals in your field. I can't want to speak about prices in real estate sector because I know absolutely everything minus nothing in your sector. But then it's your sector, so I won't teach you your sector. So I need to know figures. At what range can we look at the figures?
So okay, I'm just going to give an example.
Okay.
Like earlier, I've already mentioned the factors, but let's say for a place like Ekwe, for instance. So Ekwe is fast selling. I mean, with the various the various features that are present around the environment, that the place is fast selling. But then if you want to buy land there for a full plot, there are plots of 900,000 naira, there are plots of 650,000 naira. So a plot ideally is 600 square meters, right? So if you're buying something that is half of that plot, that means you'll be going for something like 450,000 naira, and then probably 400,000 naira. It depends on what you want as a client, on what your needs are. We'll have to listen to you and be able to provide those solutions to your needs.
All right. So if people that want to get in touch with you, is there any way they can get in touch with you?
Oh, of course, there are ways to get in touch with me. So on all social media handles, both Facebook, Instagram, you can find me Ruhamah Ifere. So Ruhamah is spelled Ruhamah, then Ifere, Ifere. Ifere. And of course, on my phone number 081-699, you can
Yeah.
50531. You can call
All right,
me.
all right. So just before we let you go, any last word to Nigerians to just boost their confidence in your sector?
Yes, I have last words for Nigerians, and basically what I'm going to say is that for someone who is very interested and passionate to, you know, become a real estate consultant, you can always reach out to me and, you know, begin that that career path in real estate investment. And then for prospects, those that are interested in investing, I would say the best time to buy land is now. So don't wait to buy land and wait.
Buy land and wait. Well, thank you so much, Ruhamah, for your time. When we'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll be going into the next segment with another guest that's already standing by. Please stay tuned and go nowhere. My name is Godwin Sunday.